Hi, hope everyone's doing well. Got another Squaller Box unboxing and try out to do. I love Squaller Box unboxings, it excites me. So I actually know what's in here, but I'm gonna pretend I don't, like it's a surprise. But yeah, I got this on sale when it was like £7 because it was just something I wanted to try out. So watch me struggle trying to open the box. And for once, I was gonna say my nails are alright, but I've just seen that I'm missing one. One day I'll have nice nails. I always try and open this neatly and it never worked, but this time it just did it straight away for me. So here's the print. I don't know if that's like a little sneak preview for anyone. This is an older box, so you might have already had it if you get Squaller boxes. Metamorphosis. I think I completely ignored that prompt and just did my own thing, which is what I usually do, to be honest. My little sweet. This was quite nice, if I remember. It was like an apple flavour. And then this was the masking fluid, which I'm showing out of camera. I've never used this before, so I was quite looking forward to using masking fluid and just seeing how that went. And now for what it is, a paintbrush. Don't know if anyone's got any ideas. This was really nice paintbrush, actually. I don't own many nice paintbrushes, so that was quite nice. And then the main event that I can't get into with these nails. And it is Faber-Castell watercolor pencils. So I've never used watercolor pencils before. I do like watercolor, just never used pencils. So I thought since it was only like £7, I might as well give it a go, because you get the pad, the pencils, the frisk, the brush, and thought for £7 it's a pretty good deal. So just a quick flick through the zine. I have to admit, I don't actually usually read these too much. I have a quick glance through, see if there's anything that takes my fancy, but nothing. I don't use it to pay too much attention. Really like this art print. I just love bugs, butterflies, and I love watercolour, so it was definitely gonna be my sort of thing. And then I like how they always give you the social, so you can go follow them if you like the artwork and can get inspired by other pieces they've done. And then the watercolour paper, I think this was 300 GSM. It felt quite nice. It was cold pressed. It's got that texture, and I really like a cold pressed watercolour. So yeah, I was really excited for this. Annoyingly, I seem to have not filmed my swatches, but you'll see as I use them for this. I went with the bug theme again since there was a butterfly in the artwork, and I thought, I don't know, the colours, I couldn't decide what to do. I mean, I know I could mix and blend and there's quite a few things you could do with those colours, but I wanted to keep it simple as this is just a little tryout. So I went with the bug, and obviously it's just going to be random colours that I think will look pretty. As much as I like bugs, I don't actually know much about them. But I think you've got a good selection of colours that you can do quite a bit with. And yeah, so I know Faber-Castell does good pencils. Not that I've ever used them, but I've heard they're very good. But I've never used watercolour pencils of any brand. I've never understood the reason behind them, to be honest. Like I said, I like watercolour, and I never really understood why you'd want pencil. If anyone uses watercolour pencils religiously, please tell me. I might not even be using these right. I was sort of just filling in big areas, and then I thought, would it become a smoother block of colour with the pencil? So yeah, really liked this green. As soon as you add the water, it just becomes really, really vibrant. What I did notice though is that the pigment wants to like move around a lot, so it is actually, I would say, harder than standard watercolour to just get one nice block of colour. It wants to sort of move to the end of where you're painting. So if you can see, it looks almost like I've done shading, or I've tried to do some shading, and I wasn't trying to do that at all. But I think the colour is really nice, and it does break down really easily with water, so that was nice as well. Yeah, see, I think you can see on this camera that it's really like blotchy. I probably just had the wrong technique. I know Faber-Castell is a good brand, so I probably was just using the wrong technique. Yeah, I tried to go over it wet, thinking, Would that help? Not massively, to be honest. But I do love the colour. I think the colour is really pretty. It's quite a good match as well, I think, for the pencil colour, the barrel. Sometimes in pencils you don't actually get a good match, so I thought that was good. This light blue pencil, I struggled with this the most. It just, as soon as I added water, with the other ones, when you added water, they went really nice and vibrant. This one, it almost seemed to disappear. And it was really hard to get any actual like colour and pigment to show. Yeah, can you see there's no change. It doesn't, it's just a very, very pale blue. I actually feel like the camera was picking it up more than it did in real life. So yeah, I wanted this to be a brighter blue, but it was not working for me, and it seemed a bit stiffer than the other pencils. The pigment didn't want to blend as much. Yeah, I just really struggled with this one. So back to positives, this orange, I loved this colour. It was just so vibrant, so smooth. I think the more I've messed around with these watercolour pencils, they seem better for smaller areas to me. If you want one solid block of colour, I think paints are better. Smaller areas, I can see why you'd want the pencil. I still think I prefer my paints, but I can see maybe pencils are a bit easier for travel. Just look how gorgeous that orange is. And yeah, like I said, smaller sections, it does it quite nicely. So maybe even for detail, would you want pencils for detail? But then you'd use a small brush. I'm sure they have the time and place. I just probably don't know. If you know though, yeah, please let me know. But just this orange, it was just so gorgeous. I wish I'd have used it more in the painting, to be honest. I do also find it very satisfying when you add the water and the pigment just, it's like it turns up brightness. I really like that. I don't know why I'm using this brush and not the brush they actually gave you, which would have been much better. This was from a very cheap set on Amazon. I'm not sure why I've decided to go with this one. The yellow surprised me actually. I thought yellow would be the hardest colour to do. Just because I feel like yellows, they're not the brightest, they're not the strongest of colours, so wasn't sure how this would go, especially after using the blue. But just wait until you see the water. Oh, the camera does not pick it up as much. This camera is so weird. Anyway, when you add the water, it's so bright and so gorgeous. Really, really like the yellow. I want to do some of the artwork where I can use a lot more yellow. Really impressed by that. I attempted to do a blend here. I wanted to go with green into yellow sort of to give an effect of roundness to the head. But I was really trying to only use the products that came in the box. So I thought green into yellow, that'll give me my bit of highlight. Had no idea how they would blend, if they even would blend, whether the green would overpower the yellow. Let's just see. It doesn't actually look like I've put yellow in there, but rest assured, it is in there. It's just the yellow's very pale one if it's not wet. I do still really like the colours that you're given in this set. I think for, you're only obviously going to get a couple pencils. It's a nice set of colours and they all go quite nicely together as well. So my plan was to go round the outside with the green first and then do the yellow. But the green did sort of just overpower the yellow. It's not the best blend. It's not what I wanted anyway. I did find blending just quite hard with the pencils. I don't know, maybe I'm just too used to standard paint pan watercolor. That yeah, it didn't do what I really wanted it to. This is by far not my best work. I'll time lapse through the finishing touches now and regroup at the end. Okay, so I just decided to add in some fine details with the black pan, just the eyes, things like that. All in all, I have very mixed feelings about these pencils. I think I'd probably need practice and I probably need to understand how to work with them. This was my first attempt, just seeing how it goes, and it didn't go brilliantly. But like I say, I think I just need more practice and maybe to understand what they're used for. I decided the final piece wasn't my best. So I just thought I'll just put some dots around maybe to confuse your eye a bit. Give it a bit of background so you're not just focusing on the really shoddy artwork. But let me know what you think. Let me know if I was just using them completely wrong. That would be helpful. Let me know if you're a fan of them, if you prefer watercolour paints. But apart from that, have a brilliant day. Like, comment, subscribe. It really, really helps me. I'm still a very, very new small channel, so any support is welcome. Have a brilliant day. Thank you so much. Bye.